Hello, everybody, and welcome to a new segment starring video. I was bored, and I loaded up one of my favorite D&D character game, not games, websites, Hero Forge, to just design some YouTubers, and in the past. But yeah, I've made some YouTubers into D&D characters. Will I go through all of them? Maybe not this episode. But yeah. But this is me, Gearcore. Let's see here. Heroes. So here's all the heroes I made so far. So let's just start out. Now some of these are YouTubers, and some of them, like this one, the boys MJ, she's basically the boys icon. But enough on that. Let's just start out with Bad Boy Halo. Now, reason I'm doing this side video is because I got bored. Bad Boy Halo, kind of simple design. I based him off of his actual Minecraft skin. Some of them I have. Let's see. Bad Boy Halo Minecraft skin. Yeah. See, I based his avatar to the best, not avatar, D&D style character, best as I can off of his original skin. Let's see here, who's next? Dan TDM, one of the classics. When I was designing him, I was designing more like his adventure series, like when he did the Diamond Art series. So he has his iconic blue hair, blue eyes, Grim, which, yes, it doesn't look like a bone dog, but this is what I had to the best I can make for Grim. I gave him a shield, but since he's an adventurer, I gave him a book bag, and he usually has an axe on him. Does he use it for combat? No, but he still usually have an axe. That, and I'm basing off of this from his hair, how their prime states characters. So if I look up Dan TDM Minecraft skin, I am basing his avatar, I mean D&D character, off of his Minecraft skin. Next one, Dream. Now Dream, he was a difficult one to design. Because since his skin for Minecraft was primarily green, so I decided to change it up and made it into one of his fan art. Hold on. Dream fan oh, fan art. Yeah. Basically off of where did it go? Well then. Yeah. I based James fan art off of what I seen here. But and added his iconic weapon, which is a sword. He usually uses a lot of ender pearls. He loves using his axe and stuff like that. Overall, Dream, he whenever I was designing his was a little difficult because I was trying to mix a lot of different greens in with mix of brown, mix of darker colors, a little bit of yellow to make his character pop, to make him look like how his fan art puts him. Now, some of these YouTubers, I had to go off of real life images too, like Forge Labs. Forge Labs doesn't technically have a proper skin. I basically just made like a lab made his, if I can't, Forge Forge Labs. Here we go. Um, YouTube logo. So when I was designing Forge Labs, I was basing it off a little bit of his logo, which is the potion bottle right here, his merch, and he does a lot of scientific style videos. So I put a lab coat. He also does survival, so I added a water canteen, a skull, and a bag. He's not really big on combat, so I just gave him a knife because that's what he mainly uses a lot because he doesn't know how to craft half the weapons. But overall, Forge Labs was actually quite easy because I based him off of his merge, a little bit of his own gameplay, and based off of himself. Now, this next one, minus, well, this one, popular in the most. A lot of people would agree, in his prime, he was a GOAT. Popular in the most skin, um, was actually quite easy. Popular in the most skin. Here we go. Because if I can, there we go. I based his skin off of his not skin, D&D character, off of this to make this, and overall, it was one of the simplest very simple ones because most of his skin is black and gray with a slight tint of blue. And yeah, I gave him a warrior stance over a pile of bones, which I got this off of his YouTube banner. Nope. Uh, I am actually loading up YouTube. This banner. Here we go. Also, I might have to edit all of this out. But yeah, this is what I mainly based his stuff off. But since now if any of the other YouTubers that's watching this and say, "Oh, isn't he just exploiting us to make these skins?" Wasn't really thinking like that. I was just thinking of, oh, it'd be cool if I made some D&D skins off of my favorite YouTubers and YouTubers of. Now this one, Preston A's, his was a little difficult since I didn't have a whole lot to go off of. I knew he was a Minecraft creeper skin, but since I couldn't do like the creeper face and off, so I just based it off of his Preston Preston. Based it off his merch and stuff like that. Like his fire, his merch, clothings, and stuff like that. Overall, wasn't one of my best to design because, yeah, his skin I couldn't do fully, so I just did my best. But overall, I can say this with his kunai, I believe that's what it is that I used for his main hand. Oh, there it is. Oh, that's the fire. It's in here somewhere. Hold on. Daggers. There it is. Sharded dagger. Oh. I thought it was a kunai. But yeah. Preston's skin was one of the little difficult ones to design because of how his tone and his color scheme, because his weird skin is his Minecraft skin is black and stuff, and yeah. Real silver engineer. Oh, what did I do? Nope. Real civil engineer. I I really wasn't what's gonna do him for a D&D character, but I got bored, so If you guys know who Rose Silver Engineer is, good for you. But yeah, he was actually quite really easy since he didn't have a whole much for his banner or YouTube logo. I couldn't add Patty now I'm thinking about it, his dog. In a future episode, I might not episode. If you guys like this style of video, me turning YouTubers into D&D characters, leave a like and subscribe, and I will make more. Leave comments down below. Here's a classic, Stampy Cat. Stampy, I based most of his character off of his real D&D character, off of his actual face, a little bit, and added his Minecraft skin style. Like, and he did more like a fantasy style gameplay sometimes. And I took that into realization and gave him a more fantasy style weaponry, magical book, and magic. With a sword on his back because he barely does combat. But minus all of that, Stampy, he was one of my favorites to design because I've used to watch a lot of his videos. But yeah, Super Girly Gamer, which is also popular in the most territory too, but sadly they ain't really a thing no more. But not of that, she was a little difficult because her character, she didn't really use a whole lot of a sword, more like a range weapon. So I based her like this. I made her iconic pink and white uniform outfit and designed her to the best I could remember for skin, which now I'm thinking about it, I could have just looked it up. But yeah. Not popular. Super Girly Gamer, I just realized her hair was brown, not black. Some of these characters I have to polish up. Like, I just realized I could have. Her hair is brown. I need to fix that later. Next one, Technoblade. One of my very favorites to design, and was one of my first to design. Technoblade. He, I, a update did came out to give him a pig face. Hold on, if I to give him his exact his pig features, but I based his avatar off of tech techno blade fan art. I based most of Techno's blade this off of his fan art. Basically his human portions. Now I realize his fan art gives him elf ears and I didn't put elf ears on him, so if I do future videos on this, I might edit these and fix them. And when I do have to edit them to make sure I don't repeat YouTubers. But yeah, Technoblade, I can need to edit his ears. Maybe, hold on, I could do that now. Now I'm thinking about it. Wings, tail, head. There we go. Ears. Hold on. I am fixing this because now that's gonna bug me. Did I not got some? There we go. No, no. There. I'm just gonna leave Techno how he is. I gave him his iconic cape, his bow, his sword and axe, which I just realized his sword has a little bit pink on it, but minus that, it's fine. His iconic outfit, his crown, Technoblade never dies. Now, since he was pink, I gave him his iconic pink hair. But minus that, Technoblade was one of my first and favorite to really design. Now I'm gonna say that about all of them. Now, here's a territory that is going to be fun. The boys. And I'm not talking about the TV series. No, 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 no. I am talking about the YouTubers, the boys, like Eddie VR. Now I'm just putting them as the boys because it's easier to do that. Eddie, he's well. I gave him his iconic bandana. He played the guitar a little bit, and he seemed more chill. And most of his videos, we seen him in a vest. So I put him in a vest and a t-shirt and iconic colors. One of my favorite things I liked is the back, which you can't see behind the guitar. But I put a design on the back of his guitar's back to give it more iconic looking. Next YouTuber, the boys Josh. Now, technically, in videos we never see him actually drink, but off camera or some of the extra parts, we do see him drink a little. But and the funny thing is, I put him to his exact type, so yeah. But yeah, the boys, Josh, and I did my best to give the iconic brush icon on his back. Gave him his grill, a keg, a barrel of whatever you guys want to think it is. Gave him his bright blue eyes, which was kind of difficult because I accidentally keep on misclicking when I was designing that. But yeah, the boys, Josh. Next one I want to believe is Juicy or Molly. It's Juicy. Juicy. He was very simple design because he mainly has his cat Bug in headphones and yeah, Juicy and Bug. Now this ain't an actual character of the boys universe. I just not universe YouTubers. This one is still in a work in progress. MJ, the face is still needing a lot of work, and there's a train. Hold on, the boys MJ J character. Fan. I hope this. Here we go. I I based her MJ off of her Dark Knight Out series clothing collection. But yeah, the face I am still designing on MJ. So you might see a repeat on her in the future if I fix this. But yeah, this is MJ. I want to believe yes, Molly. Molly. Well, looks just like Josh in a slightly but little bit wider and just hand fisting two beers. Also, I want to say this is like my fan art style video of my favorite YouTubers and as D&D characters. So, yeah. Molly, yeah. Didn't really do much on Molly besides give him his iconic beanie, even though it's also Josh's too, but yeah. Oop, nope, nope. Um, next one, you guys, it's narrator. Narrator was very difficult because of the bike. Because I couldn't, I, I swear, because I didn't have any reference pictures of his bike. And since his recent video, one of his recent videos I seen for his channel when I made this one was him talking about his new motorcycle. So I decided to design this on his motorcycle with him riding it. Though now I'm thinking about it, the boys. I just realized narrator might have the wrong hair. Narrator. Oh no, I gave him the right hair color. Okay, but yeah, this is narrator. Sorry about that. Had a little mishap. Russian Badger. The Russian Badger. I based him off of his Mohat. His basically when I designed him, I based him off of his little character, his little persona character he uses a lot for most of his videos. And yeah, one of the hardest ones because his suit's color is mainly dark colors. So I had to color this with a lot of dark base colors, and I think they added more since then. Yeah. Basically, these are all the sections for coloring. But this is the Russian Badger. Next one. Last two. Well, this one is just something I got bored and designed, so I ain't gonna show this one unless you want to see it. Maybe for yeah. Unspeakable. Yeah, I based him off of his Minecraft skin mixed with his I with himself with some of his merch stuff, and I gave him a battle axe. Now remember, these are YouTubers to D&D characters. So if you actually want to see a YouTuber as a D&D character, leave a like and comment down below, and I will design it. But yeah, this is Unspeakable, and he's actually one of the last characters I have to name on this list. So yay. Now I have to go edit all the names with something on them so I can keep them in a certain section, so I don't have to worry about design errors whenever I make more. No, I'm just gonna show it. This is the USA. America. Freedom. Red, white, and blue. Yeah. Not really a YouTuber, more like a country. I got these bored and designed it. But if you like this video and want to see more like it, show me your love and like this video, comment if I remember I had to turn on comments, and do stuff like that. And I will post more like this. So I hope you guys enjoy, because I know I surely did. Leave a like and comment, and tell me what YouTubers I should do next. See you guys in the next episode. Goodbye.